And welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to unbox and show you what comes in the box of these OCTOPUS 2 Wavemakers. So Wavemaker just pretty much circulates your tank. So you use them for reef tanks, pretty much to give you a decent amount of flow. You can use them in fresh water as well. Now this particular model, you can actually attach another little Wavemaker onto it. So you can have two Wavemakers going with the one controller. So we've got that as well, and we're going to rig all this up in this video. So it's the first time I've ever seen one of these. Yep, not sponsored by them or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is open the box and see what's inside. So the first thing you see are stickers. Woo, you get stickers. That's exciting. I don't know if you should just stick that on the front of the tank or not, but you get a sticker, you get warranty terms and conditions. I'm pretty sure they've got, is it a 2-year warranty? It did say it somewhere on the box. Yep, 2-year limited lifetime warranty. So you get a 2-year warranty with them. You get instruction manual, which is pretty important. I think it's just going to go through the basics of what to do, what not to do, and piece of packaging. There it is there. So pretty straightforward. That is the controller bit, and in and out. So pretty straightforward. Now I think you get, from what I'm aware, there are 4 different already programmed settings. So constant flow, stream, which means on, off, tide, which is on, off, but longer apparently, and then random, which is just goes through all that different sort of stuff. And there's a couple of modes for turning it off for 15 minutes or 60 minutes. So 15 minutes would be feeding, 60 minutes would be doing a water change or cleaning a filter or something like that. So pretty straightforward, and yeah, it looks like there are multiple different amounts of flow. So comes from 30% all the way up to 100%. So I'm guessing that's what all these little buttons do. And then it's obviously an on-off button. And it comes with a little cradly thing, so you can screw that underneath the sump or under the tank near the sump. And yeah, just have it sitting in that. So that's pretty straightforward. That is the unit there, which has just got a standard plug to it. It's a decent weight to it. Oh, it's got like a weird foam bit on it. Now, I'll see if I can open that with one hand. That's a decent sort of solid plastic cage. That's your impeller. I don't think, no. It looks like the impellers don't come out. So I'm not too sure how you'd get the impeller out. There might be some sort of O-ring thing or something in there, or something that you have to play around with. But looks like, yeah, it might be completely sealed in there. So interesting. We will suss out later in the video how you actually open that up and get to the impeller. Or can I even get that back with one hand? No, I can't. So that's just going to sit there. Looks like you have a couple of magnets. So that'll be the magnet that goes on inside the tank, and that's got like a soft foam bit to it as well. And then, yeah, the magnet on the outside of the tank. Pretty straightforward, and they should be strong magnets. That's a decent strong magnet. It's trying to get it off my fingers. And what else have we got? We got a little thing of zip ties, just, yeah, little doohickeys and what have you. Tiny little transformer. That's a super small transformer. And the plug. So that is pretty straightforward with that. Okay, now we've seen all that, we're just going to put all this back in the box so that we don't get them confused with what is in this box. Now, you can buy these obviously separate, which is what we have done. Now, I'm guessing, what have we got? We've just got a plug like that. So if we've got a plug like that, how does it connect to this? That's interesting. Is there instructions with this? You get that, you get that. Oh, look at that, it's actually magneted itself through the box. You don't get any instructions of this. Oh, how about that for just flying blind? No, cool, awesome. Is there a little scanny thing somewhere? Oh look, there's a scanny thing. We probably should scan that and see if there's any instructions, or it just goes to their website. I'll put on the screen what it does because I'm not doing that right now. Now, this is the problem. That will plug into there. So that plugs into there. Where's my extra plug? We're going to come back once we sort it out. And it is the next day. Okay, we now know where we all went wrong. So we've got the OCTOPUS 2. We ordered the OCTOPUS 2 Plus. And because I've never seen these before, I didn't realize that it was the 2 Plus and not the 2 on the box. And Kerry, the lovely person that did my order, put the wrong one in our order. I know, even though there was a plus on the end, easy to miss a plus, but being the next day, we have ordered the right one, and that's what it is there. So obviously very, very easy to tell the difference if you see it in an aquarium shop, because it's a black box and it's got a giant 2+. And obviously looking at this, it's got the extra plug there, which is what we need for our extra Wavemaker. But we're going to have to unbox this one now because it looks totally different than the other one. It's got a little digital readout thingy. Apparently it's Wi-Fi. There's an app for it. Oh no. So I think it's just a fancier version of the 2. And I did get one of these little Octo pumps for our sump as well, so we can go full Octo in our new tank setup. Let's open this and come back. And if you can hear crickets chirping, that's because we're sharing the desk with crickets right now. Yes, we are in a working aquarium shop. I did get this as well. This was in the box, and this is kind of bizarre. It's kind of cool. Look, it's a Reef Octopus. It's either a massage thing or it's a plug. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Yeah, but it's there. So we got a little octopus. Hilarious. Now, don't expect to get one of those if you do order one of these pumps, because I have no idea, but we have that as well. Okay, we have a new manual. Oh, did we not get a sticker? I don't think we... Oh, we did. Oh, false alarm. Okay, there we go. So we get our famous sticker as well, which is our little octopus sticker. Yep, that's going to go right smack dab in the middle of the tank, isn't it? And there we go. Okay, it looks kind of the same as the other one. Less buttons on it though, and a little readout. And yeah, look, there you go. There are our 2 little plugs. Pump A, pump B. So that will just plug directly into that Wavemaker. Everything else looks pretty much the same. Exactly the same head unit, same magnets, same idea with the transformer. Actually, it looks the same size transformer. Thought it would be a bigger transformer, but that is that. So I guess I'll install the app. Everything looks pretty much identical. Yep, they got the little tiny plastic bits on the back to stop vibrations and that in your sump. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Who would have thought? So when you are buying these, make sure you get the 2+ if you're going to have more. I don't know why they would call it the 2+ and the 2. You'd think they would just call it the 1 and the 2. Because, yeah, it makes no sense. But that would explain why we couldn't find the extra little tiny cable, because it was the wrong model. Okay, now we're going to jump with it in the tank and go through all the bells and whistles. And after all that, we have the right Wavemakers on our tank. So this is a 10mm tank and they click on perfectly. So very, very easy to use. There's a magnet on the outside, magnet on the inside, and very easy to adjust. So probably a little bit easier to adjust than a lot of the other ones, because that just slides, and because it's concave, you can actually angle the Wavemaker multiple different angles depending on which way you want it. So you can have it facing up so it doesn't upset all your substrate. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So I've got one on the back of the tank, one on the side. This tank is a 4x2x2, which is roughly about 450 litres, give or take. Now the controller as well, as I said, you can actually download an app and you can use your phone to connect to this through Wi-Fi. I haven't done that because this is just a simple, easy controller, and everything you can do on your phone, you can pretty much do on the controller as well. So you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. Very easy. I've got both pumps on about 80% at the moment, which is a decent amount of flow. I think any more than 80%, unless I've got them positioned right up the top, they're going to actually start moving all my substrate around, and you can actually see a little bit of substrate getting moved around now because there's so much flow. Very easy to use. About a fraction of the price of some of the top end ones, which do exactly the same thing. And I think they've got like a 2-year warranty as well. Now, I've also got, down here in our sump, we have the little Octo standard pump, which is just the smallest version. I think this is like a 3,000 litre an hour, which is our sump pump. And it has the same sort of controller as what the 2 version does of the Wavemaker. So very, very easy. Again, you can adjust the actual flow from, I think it's 20% all the way up to max, just by pushing these little buttons, and it's got little LEDs that actually show you where you are. And you can actually, adjust it so it turns off for a certain amount of time, so you can clean out your sump, or you can feed the fish without a ton of flow and all your food going into your sump. Very, very straightforward, but obviously the Octo 2 Wavemaker has the same sort of version as this, which is not Wi-Fi, and the 2 Plus, obviously you can connect the extra unit to it, and it is Wi-Fi, if you want it to be Wi-Fi. Otherwise, all around pretty easy to use, and yeah, I can't really fault anything wrong with them at the moment. I still have to rig them up, obviously, in the sump. But any questions or comments, comment down below. Obviously, a very simple video about an easy-to-use Wavemaker, which is going to give you an absolute ton of flow in the tank. And I don't think the head units look too bad either. Obviously, if you've got anemones or anything like that, you can put a cover over this to stop them getting trapped in there. But yeah, a decent amount of flow in there. And as I said, very, very easy to adjust. Awesome. If you did enjoy this video, click the thumbs up so I know, and I'll try and make more random videos like this. And if you want to become a member, you can click the little join button down below. Members get extra videos and a 10% discount off everything in store on paulsaquariums.com or in store. Otherwise, thank you very, very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. And thanks heaps to all my current members.